Rev up your engines! Here is a brand new 2025 Toyota Corolla Hybrid. He decided to buy the hybrid for various reasons, so I'm going to break it all down so you can make a wise decision of what you might want to buy. You got it for 24 grand. Pretty good price considering the average new car is 49, almost 50 grand. So this is less than half of the average new car. He wanted good gas mileage. You got a hybrid. He's actually getting in the 60s with this thing. That is how insane these vehicles are. Now, let's say you don't want the hybrid. You can get the regular gasoline one that has a little bit more horsepower, but this is a hybrid. And you get phenomenal gas mileage. If you get the non-hybrid, the best you're probably going to do is maybe 37 miles a gallon on a highway. That's not bad, right? But this thing's getting in the 60s. A lot of people would say, well, I don't know if I want to buy a hybrid. They cost more. This thing costs $1,500 more than the non-hybrid, right? And if you're going to talk about high 60s versus 30s or in town 20s, most people are going to go out and buy the hybrid. Toyota's been making this hybrid system for so long. It's pretty much perfected. It works fine. It's not something you got to worry about. And if you don't really want all-wheel drive, don't pay for something that's going to get you worse gas mileage. You're going to pay more for the car. My mother had a Corolla front-wheel drive in Buffalo. It snows a lot there, right? They work perfectly fine if you put snow tires on them. One of the main reasons he bought it was right here, a little sticker. J, made in Japan. This thing was made in Japan. Base model, you get up close. Plastic hubcaps on steel wheels. Well, let me tell you something. The only thing I got against our old 07 Matrix is alloy wheels, right? And every once in a while they get dinged, they corrode badly. I'd rather have steel wheels with hubcaps on, to tell you the truth. You hit something bad, steel wheel gets bent, you get a hammer, you can bash it back out. It's steel, baby. Alloy, it's gonna snap. Goodbye wheels, they cost a lot of money. It's much harder to balance the alloy wheels. They go out of balance a lot easier than these old steel wheels. And speaking of less headaches, let's look under the hood. And what do we see? Okay, it's a hybrid, but look. There's the fuel injectors, port fuel injectors. This baby doesn't have the GDI system on it. It doesn't need it. That's for better gas mileage and stuff. This gets phenomenal gas mileage, 60 something he's getting on a highway. Come on now. You can't beat that. But it's less complex, less pressure. Guess what? System's gonna last longer. I would rather have a non-GDI car if I had a choice, because I'm a mechanic. I know what a lot of pressure does. It wears things out faster. These systems are much lower pressures. They last longer. The Atkinson cycle engine, so it gets phenomenal gas mileage. And since it's not a plug-in hybrid, batteries inside the vehicle, safe from the atmosphere, rain, snow, especially salt in the winter up north, right? Plug-in hybrids, electric vehicles, they got the big old battery on the bottom. Salt gets into them. You don't even have to think about it on these. They're inside. And yeah, they're smaller batteries. It's not a plug-in hybrid. It doesn't drive on electricity itself for 55 miles like a RAV4 plug-in does. But, I mean, let's face it, $24 he paid. Guy brought me a brand new RAV4 plug-in. He had to wait 8 months to get it, and he had to pay $55,000 for that vehicle. Okay, this is 24. I'll take the $31,000 differential myself and go on vacation or something. It's well placed in. Lots of working room. Not that you're probably going to work on it much, but if something ever needs doing, it's readily accessible. And Toyota's been making these hybrid engines for so long. They have them down pat. Now, granted, it's this guy's first hybrid. He had a nice Honda Civic he loved, but somebody T-boned him and destroyed the car, injured his father. I mean, so he thought, I'll try a hybrid. He tells me he's really happy with this thing. He drove from Texas there, said it was great, smooth riding, no problems. Sold on the Toyota hybrid. I think he's a smart man too, because he watches my videos. And he had a Honda that he liked. But did he buy a Honda hybrid? No. He listened to me and bought a Toyota hybrid. And that's my advice to anybody out there. Something that's got continuous decades of improvement. He left it running, so now it's kicking itself on because the AC was on. He's cheap like me, so he got the base model. He said he wished it had more plugs, hence he's got this plugged in back here, But there's still another plug in there. He wish it had a little more plugs and stuff in it. He added that on himself. And yes, look, a mechanical seat that never breaks. Who needs electronics? Does it have an actual key, people? An actual key. This is the best system. I don't care what anybody says. Because if you don't have the key blade, let's say you got one that doesn't have a key, it just uses this, right? They'll have an emergency key to get in if it's locked out, but you start it with this. People will know what they're doing, and thieves can easily steal your car because they can get a key on Amazon. A universal key. If they get in your car, they got a programming machine, they can plug it into the dash in most cars, and they can generate the key inside their machine. And then they can use the key that's generated in their machine. Since it doesn't have an actual cut key, they don't need that. All they need is the sender. They can put the electronics in their machine, then that electronics can be used to program the new one that they have, and they can drive away with your car. Guess what? You can't do that with this car. They could get in your car if they had a remote that went beep beep, but they couldn't start the car because they don't have a key for it. Keys are handy. Mainly they get rid of them because it's cheaper to make them that way, which is kind of funny because this is an economy car, but it still has a key, and as far as I'm concerned, it is a better idea. Harder to steal your car. So let's stick the key in, take a look around, see what you get. Now it's a hybrid, so a lot of times you're not going to hear anything at all, but you can see there's all kinds of stuff on it. It gives you the speed limit while you're going down the road. He's got his warning thing there. We'll just push that so it's not annoying. He stuck his own navigation. And I kind of agree with him entirely because the navigation systems that you get for practically nothing, they're actually a lot better than the stuff Toyota puts in. Or most manufacturers. I mean, they just are. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. The only thing I got against it looks like somebody glued it in, you know? It doesn't go with the rest of the dash. That's just how they are. I'm not such a fanatic. I wouldn't buy a car because it's not blocking it. But I would have rather have it integrated to the dash. But then again, it's an economy car, you know? And so it's simple to operate. The fan, you know, the temperature. You don't have to be a rocket science pushing a bunch of buttons. It does have an electric parking brake, but an electric hold too, kind of interesting. You got various drive modes you can go through. As you can see there, we'll push the drive modes. There, it's changing the drive modes. You can turn the traction control off. You can go EV mode. If you want to stay under 25 miles an hour for true 3 minutes, maybe you want to sneak up on your wife or something. I don't know. I don't even know why they put them on it, but they do. It's not a plug-in hybrid. It gets great gas mileage, and that's all you really care about in this thing. Nice fabric seats that will last forever. And check out the rear. Yeah, it's a Corolla, boy. It's a 4-door. And look at that space. Look at it all. Plenty comfy. If you want to squeeze someone in the middle, you can do it. Better be a skinny person, though. Up comes the trunk. He's got his stuff in it, but look, it's a decent-sized trunk, right? You wouldn't think it was as big as it is, but it slides back in. Take it for a spin, see if the butterfly takes off, too. Got a nice backup camera. Real wide angle. You can hear the crazy sound that Toyota now makes to warn people that they're electric, semi-electric cars coming by, which to the life of me, I still don't understand. They should standardize the noise, because they all make different noises. People don't even know what that noise is. They say, what's that noise? I'll say, well, it's a partially electric car, an electric car. They don't even know. Yeah, you can feel that torque. The electric motor kicks in. It's only got 138 horsepower. Some of that is electric motor horsepower, which can be 2 to 3 times better takeoff torque than a gasoline motor. So it's a pretty good combo. I've been in ones that had more acceleration, but none of them that had this kind of acceleration. They got 60-something miles a gallon, you know? There it is, look. 61 miles a gallon. That includes stop and go in highway driving, so hey, who's gonna argue that? It's so quiet, the only thing you really hear is me and the tires rolling down the road. And now the turn signal. And it's got the little stop sign. Camera sees the stop sign. It tells you that there's a stop sign. It's got bells and whistles on it. Yep, see there it is, 60.4. It's going down now because I'm driving it. Because I'm driving it fast. But it also has adaptive cruise control. in an economy car, $24,000 car, you know? They keep talking about how, oh, the Chinese are going to take over. They got you get a car like this for $24,000 instead of $49,000 for the average new car? Maybe buy two of them, I don't know. I wish I would have bought two matrices back in 2007. Store one and then, you know, bring that one out when the other one wears out when it gets 1,000,000 miles. Now, like we all know, this is not a race car, but since there's nobody behind us, we'll put it through its paces here. And here we go. Hey, not bad. Now this does have a CVT transmission, but it is an e-CVT, meaning it has electronic CVTs, which has actual gears. It has very little to do with a regular CVT. Okay, we're doing 40. Let's say you want to pass somebody. Go forward. And look at the speedometer. Hey, here we are. We're doing 60 already. It's fine for passing people. It's got plenty of oomph. And really, it doesn't feel any different than the gasoline-only one when it comes to acceleration. Now here's the weird one. According to Toyota, it's speed limited to 110 miles an hour. Well, who the heck's driving around in a Toyota Corolla going 110 miles an hour anyway? He's like me. It's got lane keep assistance, but he turned it off because it annoys him. It annoys me too. Well, we're supposed to be on 20 miles an hour, which we won't do, all right? We're going more than twice the speed limit, and guess what? I don't feel anything. I'm steering with one finger. Oh, it beeped because we went over the yellow line. Regenerating brakes, that's one of the reasons it gets such good gas mileage. And of course, super smooth idle, because you can see now it's not idling. It turned the motor off and it's working on a battery now. I gotta say, really, truthfully, even if you're not thinking about a sedan, road test one of these, see how much crap you can fit in it, and you might think, gee, 61 miles a gallon sounds pretty good at 24,000 bucks versus getting some big SUV that you'll be lucky if you get 21 miles a gallon in the real world. After all, this is real world gas mileage. This is not some made up figure somebody came up with. This is what he's actually hit. There it is now, 61 miles a gallon. There it is, 60.4. It's going down because I'm driving like a maniac. But if you notice, I drove like a maniac and didn't go too bad. I have been in Ford Mustangs that I drove like a maniac, and I got the gas mileage down to about 6 miles a gallon. So I'm driving it hard. It's still getting 60.4 with a hard drive. So there you have it. Probably everything you ever want to know about a brand new Corolla Hybrid. Now, it's your money. You can do whatever you want with it. But I'm showing you what's out there. Maybe you don't like hybrids. Maybe you'll get a regular Corolla. Get a lot worse gas mileage. It adds up over time. It's one thing if it's a little bit, but I mean, if you get one that in town is getting 27 miles a gallon and in town is getting 60-something miles, that's a lot of difference. That's a lot of money on gasoline, right? And these things are pretty tried and true. They don't have any particular problems. Plus, it's made in Japan. Most of the Corollas you're going to get are not made in Japan. And believe you me, they're not as well made. Everything about it. There's nothing that's wrong with the way it was made. They didn't make any excuses. The Japanese put it together. And that's what you want. And if you get a Japanese car for 24 grand, I say, quick, before Trump changes his mind and starts throwing some crazy tariffs out there. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.